my channel. My name is Katrina and this is Create Something Pretty. Today's video is my October makes for 2023. I had a wonderful month in October. I just made whatever I felt like. We're heading towards summer and it is just starting to warm up now, so I'm sort of glad that I did go for whatever I wanted to make. So I made quite a few things with summer in mind. It is very warm today. It's 31 degrees. It's just starting to be proper warm. I am wearing, I'm actually not sure what this skirt is. I think it might be, I think it's a free pattern. I'm not sure. I'll have to put it on the screen. Had it for a long time. I love this skirt. I'll put a picture in for you so you can see it. Yeah, I just feel very myself with a sleeveless top and a skirt on. So what did I make? So the first item I made was the Starlark Hope dress, and this is the original Hope dress, and it is a very voluminous, easy wear dress. Very comfortable to wear, definitely, I can tell you that much. I actually didn't have this pattern. I only just bought it recently and I wasn't actually very drawn to it, and I think that was pretty much because of the neckline. I just felt like it was too high up and I like them to be a little bit lower on me. So when Starlark came out with the expansion pack, which is this one, I completely changed my mind. These all have more open necks, so you've got your crossover version and your tie front, and then you've got buttons at the front here, and they're all different sleeve variations as well. So this one has like a, I think it's like a pleating version here, and you've got these ones which are cuffed, and then these ones are very over voluminous sleeves. So what I chose to do, I made this version, but I used the original sleeves from the original Starlark dress, because I didn't want to use up too much fabric and I didn't want it to be over voluminous on myself. So I'll just grab my dress so you can see it. So this is the dress I made, and this is using a rayon from Spotlight. This was on clearance, so I was quite happy to use this as my first go of making this dress. It has a facing on the front. It has this like gathered skirt. This is the original skirt from the original pattern. Crossover front. I have a popper on mine, or a press stud, to give a bit more modesty. And this has elasticated sleeves. I have just done this as a channel and inserted elastic, which is not what they tell you to do in the instructions. I just found this was just easier to do it the way I knew how to do it. I don't love a facing. I feel like whenever you put it on, they pop out and it's annoying. You have to remember to put them back in again. It's just an extra thing I don't want to have to do. But I don't mind it on. It is a little bit voluminous. The colour, I'm not in love with the colour of it. I feel like it's a bit too white on me. And I did shorten mine. I don't mind. I'll definitely wear it over the summer. Now, what did I do with this? I had trouble with the pockets. The pockets are, instead of being your normal inseam pockets, they're inserted so that they're flatter on the top, and I didn't understand the instructions, though I don't actually think I read them properly. I went onto the Starlark's website to try and get a better explanation of how to do it, and the only explanation I found was how to do just your normal inseam pockets, which are just sewn around you sew them on, sew around the outside, and yeah, that's the real simple way of doing it. There was no explanation of how to do this. These have a they've been put in so it just sits out a bit. It's kind of a bit hard to explain. They're kind of flatter. You can sort of see the opening more. It took me a while to figure out how to do it, but after reading the instructions a little bit better, I figured it out. So yeah, it's not as hard as I thought it would be, but I did make a few changes that I sort of wish I hadn't have. I decided to try, I normally do a broad back adjustment these days, and instead of doing that, I had heard that you can upsize the back, and instead of actually doing the broad back adjustment, just do the normal size at the front. So I did the front at a 16 and the back at an 18, and I also normally do a narrow shoulder adjustment. So that sort of threw that out. So it's a little bit wide on the neck, and I also tried to alter the angle of the wrap so that it would give me a bit more coverage, and that ended up causing it to pull on the waistband here. So it kind of sits funny when I'm wearing it. I get this sort of, I don't know, it just looks uneven here, like I've done a really bad job of inserting the skirt. So I wouldn't do that again. It was a bad idea. I think I would just do the normal 16 and then just do broad back adjustment, and yeah. I won't be doing that again. But if I was to make this again, I would probably just choose maybe just a darker fabric. I don't really like whites on me. Just something, yeah, just not as white. It's not a great colour, I think, against my skin. So yeah, so that's my Styler coat dress. That was the first item I made for October. So the next item that I decided to make, and I had these all organised. I have paperwork down here and they're all unorganised. So the next one, I really love this one. This was something that I'd made before, and I really was in need of dresses for my wardrobe. So I made this one. This is the Bardon dress. This is by Elbe Textiles. I'm not sure if I said that right. And it's in collaboration with Peppermint Magazine. So this is a free pattern that you can get from Peppermint Magazine, or you can donate to them, whatever you want to pay. So I bought this way before that came in. It was free when I bought it or downloaded it. And I had made it before and I absolutely loved it, and so I made it again. So I had to size up because I made this prior to COVID, prior to our world's longest lockdown. Still getting over that one. So I ended up making a size G. This pattern, it's size in letters rather than actual sizes, which I like. I think that's nice. So it goes from a 31-inch bust to a 53-inch bust. So I made a size G. I'll just grab what I made. So this is my dress that I made, and this is in another beautiful rayon that I've had in my stash for quite some time. I had this put aside for something else, and I was holding on to it for ages and ages. So I kind of got an end of line sort of fabric, so I knew I wouldn't be able to get it again. And it was kind of precious to me, and I just thought, why have I got this stuff sitting in my wardrobe? I'm not going to use it unless I make what I want to make now. So I decided to use the good fabric. Don't hold on to that fabric, just use it. Just use the good fabric. So that is what I did. I love it. I love the color. I love the dark background and all of the orange and pink flowers all over it. This is really my style. I really like a sleeveless dress in the summertime, and this has got your tiers. So one long tier and then a shorter tier. And I made my own bias binding for this one, and I put in a Sew to Grow label. I believe it's Sew to Grow, and it says, I don't know what it says, Sparks Joy. I just thought the labels suited the dress. So yeah, I really love these Sew to Grow labels, how you get several different ones in the pack. I think that's really a good way to go. So I also added my own tie at the back. This is just some binding, and I've stitched closed, and then I very roughly stitched it on. But I went to pull it out the other day to wear it, and I had forgotten. I had left it to hang, so that being rayon, if you use rayon, you best to let it sit for a day hanging up so that the fabric can drop. Because if you hem it, then your hem's going to be all wavy. So yeah, I left it to hang, and I forgot to hem it. I forgot all about it. So I need to now go back and hem this so that I can wear it, because I would definitely wear it on a day like today. So I love this one. So this is a Bardon dress from Peppermint Magazine, and it's free pattern or pay the amount that you choose. So that was the second thing that I made for October. Now the third thing, so the next thing I made for October was the Naya tee by Tammy Handmade. This is really popular on Instagram and on YouTube. It just went crazy. Oh, it's a super easy t-shirt. It only has 3 pieces, so you have the front and the back, which is the same pattern piece. You've got the neckband and the armbands. And I just had to give this a go because I kept seeing everyone make it. The versions I liked the best were the ones with the really drapey fabric. And I'm currently trying to use what's in my wardrobe and not my fabric wardrobe, and not go and buy new stuff. I haven't been fabric shopping for quite some time. So I wanted to make this in a plain fabric, but I didn't have the color I wanted, so I just used what I have. I kind of was hoping it would go with the next item that I've made, but I'm happy with what I've got. I don't think it really goes, but I'll get a chance to make it down the track in the color that I like, I'm sure. So it's a really simple shirt. Like, it took me a while to gel with it because I couldn't imagine how it would come up nicely, just being the same piece front and back. I've done that before and it's never turned out well, but the way this is drafted, the top is quite loose and then it's tighter as it goes down to the hips, and it just works. Something about it just works. So I'll show you what I've got. This would be a great pattern for a beginner too, so I'll just grab it. So this is my Naya top. I've used, I think it's like a rayon jersey of some sort, or a rayon spandex. It's quite drapey, and this was like a remnant piece I found in my wardrobe. It was quite small and I wasn't sure how much I was going to get out of it. So I cut out my pattern pieces. I did add 3.5 inches to the hem, just to allow for turning, and I wanted to sit a bit lower on me, so I could tuck it in, that sort of thing. So, and I was kind of hoping, because I heard a few other people have done that and then they didn't need the extra length. So I was sort of hoping in my mind I could cut that out and use that for armbands, but no, I needed it. So I've just turned in my my sleeves. I've cover stitched around the outside. I did mess up the neck a bit with my cover stitching, but the hem is actually quite nice. I don't mind the job. I don't know if you can see that. I think I've done a pretty good job of the hem. It is a bit tricky hemming this kind of fabric, and I'm quite new to my cover stitch machine. I'm still slowly getting used to it. But yeah, I really like it. I'm hoping I've inserted photos for all of these things. I took a whole lot of photos yesterday. So yeah, this is good with skirts and with jeans. Yeah, it's a really good top. I would prefer it as a black. Didn't have any black though. I've only had normal jerseys in that, so I have to get some more next time I allow myself to go to Spotlight or order some in. So that's my Naya shirt by Tammy Handmade. And now I'm down to the last 2, so that must be 5 items that I have in total. Now I'm counting. So I'll just grab the next one. So the next item that I made for October is the Coastal Side Slip Skirt by Pattern Emporium. This was part of when I made a plans video prior. I had spoken about making this one, but I wanted to change it up a bit. I wanted to make it a lot shorter. I had seen Lisa Kitsch and so on, I think is her YouTube channel. She had made hers shorter, and I was thinking of doing the same thing when I saw her video. And yeah, so I took a lot off the length of my skirt, or so I thought. So I cut it out, and then I was having a week where it was really hard to get to actually do the sewing, so I was just doing the bits that I could do without actually getting in there and sewing. So I actually cut this out, and I cut out the Tammy Handmade at the same time. And then when I came back to it, it wasn't what I thought it was. Oh dear. So it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit wrinkled actually, because I was wearing it yesterday. So it's got the big patch pockets, and I've got 2 side splits. So Pattern Emporium patterns always have a lot of options, so I've got the 2 side splits. I was hoping mine would be either at my knees or above my knees. It's neither of those. It's definitely longer. So when you sew up this hem, you have to miter the corners, so they're very nicely mitered. and then they show you how to do all of that. It was pretty simple. It came out quite well. And then when you sew them down, you need to sew all the way around the hems, all the way back, up the other side, and back down again, and back to where you started. And it's quite a long section. Sorry, my dog is distracting me. He's trying to eat my plants. I had to wait till there was no one home, so I knew I wouldn't be interrupted, because being a plain fabric, you would see my stitching, and I wanted to make sure I did a good job, which I did that. It came out alright. I was quite happy with it. Didn't realize how long it was. I was thinking maybe I could shorten it because it's a bit longer than what I thought it was, but after that long seam, nah. I'm not going to shorten it. That was too much work, and trying to get these miters nice and correct and flat. Yep, I'm going to be wearing it as it is. I did make one other mistake because I was rushing. My pockets, I don't know if you can tell, they're not even. They look quite out. I actually didn't realize it was that bad until I tried it on and it was finished. So I can't believe I did that. That was such a bad mistake. I'm still thinking maybe I might just put I feel like it needs a tassel, or the cord, the faux cord that you put on the front, just be more of a sporty style. So yeah, so that's my coastal side split skirt by Emporium. I may go back and visit it, I don't know. I still want that short skirt, so maybe another pattern, we'll see. So I'm down to the last one. Now this last item is actually something I made this month. I was hoping to get it done last month, but I went and bought this pattern. It was brand new. It's really, really recent. And where is my pattern? Yes, it was a really recent pattern. My dog is right near the stand. I'm scared he is going to knock it. No, good boy. I bought the Aria top by Chalk and Notch. I just love the pattern. I love the styles. I'll make sure I put in lots of patterns. Lots of patterns. I'll put in lots of pictures. There's this one particular picture where the lady was wearing a very floral top that I really, really like that one. The other one where the lady is wearing a red top and it has the ruffle on the edge of the sleeve. I really like that. So I wanted to make something between the two. I wasn't too fussed about the back. The back of it has a really nice, it's like a deep square and a tie at the back, which looked really nice. I may try that at some point, but I'll show you what I've made. I have used a fabric that is one that I've had in my stash for a while, because I thought it was just, once I held, like, it looked nice on the roll. When I held up to myself, I felt like it was too floral, like there was just too much going on. So I'll grab it and show you what I've made. So it's not finished. I'm still working on it. So this is my top, my Aria from Chalk and Notch. I really like the neckline. This comes up really nice, and I've used a tag. I think this might be a Molly Molly tag that I got through the Dahlia Society. So I've done the ruffle at the sleeve. I don't know if you can see that. I do have elastic in these, but it's not sealed shut and there's still a pin in there. So I've done that. And then the hem is just your normal hem. There's no ruffle on this one, just a elastic waist, which I quite liked that. The only thing with this top is that if you put your arms up, it does pull up from the waist, and I have added length to mine because I didn't want to show off my tummy. I think it'll be alright to wear with a skirt, but I really don't want to show any midriff. So I'm not really sure if it's the right style for me, or I'm wondering if maybe I can have another go at extending the length of that seam under my arm by bringing it in, or maybe grading it. So I'm thinking maybe about trying that at some point. But I think it's really pretty. I think it would look great on a lot of people. I think it's such a pretty style. But yeah, I'll have a bit more of a play around with it and we'll see how we go. So that was the Aria top by Chalk and Notch. I'll put some line drawings in so you can see the difference different views, but it is just a really pretty top. So that is everything that I made for October. Sorry, distracted by the dog. So yes, that's everything I made for October. I hope you enjoyed seeing that today. If you did, please, I would appreciate if you gave me a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, I would really love it. If you are not subscribed, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe. And if you hit the bell icon, I keep saying that backwards, it will tell you when my next video comes out. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this today. I'm going to include some footage at the end of my garden for those who are interested. If you don't want to see that, that's fine. I'll see you next time. But I hope you enjoy seeing what I have for you. My roses are all out. It's a beautiful day today. I think today I might lose some today because it's quite warm, and usually that finishes up some of my flowers. So I hope you enjoy seeing that. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again next week, and next week I'm thinking that I'm going to do my purchases for October. So I'll see you then. Bye.